Welcome to the deep dive, where we dig into your sources and find that gold, that nugget of wisdom you're looking for. Today's deep dive is into 50 journal prompts for men from LeStallion. Now,
Mhm.
um, before you run off and picture yourself, spilling all your secrets into a leather-bound diary by candlelight, let's be clear. This is about practical self-reflection and how it can help you in every part of your life.
Exactly. We're going to uncover how these prompts, help you unlock insights about yourself and how to set goals that actually resonate with you, and even how to increase your well-being. So, are you ready to dive into the world of journaling with us and see what it can do?
Absolutely. LeStallion's thoughtfully divided these 50 prompts into 5 categories. We're going to explore each one in detail. First up, personal growth and development. These prompts are like mini thought experiments to get you thinking about who you are and where you want to be.
Yeah, it's about peeling back those layers and digging deeper into your values, your motivations, your aspirations. For example, one prompt asks, what's one goal you're proud of accomplishing in the past year? Think about that for a second. It's not just about listing something you achieved. It's about revisiting that whole journey, the obstacles that you overcame, the lessons that you learned along the way.
It's like taking stock of your wins and using that momentum to move forward. I find that reflecting on those past successes can really boost my confidence and my motivation.
Totally. And that's one of the key benefits of journaling. It helps you develop a greater sense of self-awareness, which is so important for personal growth. Another prompt that I think is really insightful is think about a personal habit you'd like to improve or develop further. Now, this is where things get really interesting.
I see where you're going with this. It's about identifying areas where you can grow and then coming up with a plan to make those changes. Like holding a mirror up to your habits and asking yourself, is this actually helping me?
Mm.
And if not, what can I do differently?
Precisely. It encourages you to take ownership of your personal development, to proactively shape the person that you want to become. And it's not about being perfect, it's about making progress. Small, consistent changes can lead to huge long-term growth.
I love that perspective.
Uh,
Moving on, our next category is relationships and connection. These prompts really resonated with me because they focus on something that I think we all crave, meaningful connections with other people.
Absolutely. Humans are social creatures, and nurturing strong, healthy relationships is vital for our well-being. These prompts provide a framework for reflecting on your connections and finding ways to strengthen them. For example, one asks, who is a friend or family member who has impacted your life positively? Take a moment to think about that. It's an invitation to appreciate the people who make your life richer and to recognize the qualities that make those relationships so special.
It's like taking a moment to express gratitude for the people who lift you up and support you. I think we could all benefit from doing that more often. What do you think?
I totally agree. Gratitude is a powerful emotion that can transform your whole outlook on life, and it can really strengthen your relationships. There's another prompt in this category that goes even deeper. It asks, describe a conversation you had recently that left a lasting impression. I find this one really fascinating.
Me too. It makes you think about the power of meaningful conversations and the impact that they can have on your thoughts and your beliefs, even your actions. It's like examining those threads that connect us to other people and exploring how those interactions actually shape our perspectives.
Exactly. It brings up some interesting questions, like what makes certain conversations so impactful? What are the qualities of a really engaging and meaningful dialogue? These are all things that we can reflect on and learn from.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit and dive into career goals and aspirations. These prompts are all about aligning your work with your values,
Yeah.
finding purpose in your professional life, setting your sights on what excites you.
It's about moving beyond the daily grind and thinking about that bigger picture, your career trajectory, your professional growth, and ultimately what you want to contribute to the world.
I think a lot of men struggle with finding that purpose in their work. So these prompts could be incredibly valuable. One that stood out to me asks, what is one professional goal you hope to achieve in the next 5 years?
Mhm.
Simple question. But it can really spark some deep thinking about where you want to be and how you're going to get there.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it. It encourages you to move beyond vague aspirations and start creating a concrete plan for achieving those goals. Another prompt that I find really useful asks, what's one skill you want to develop in your career? Why is this skill important, and how can it support your professional growth?
Now, this is where things get practical. It's about identifying the tools and knowledge you need to succeed in your chosen field and making a conscious effort to acquire them, like investing in yourself and your future.
Exactly. It taps into that idea of a growth mindset, which is so essential for professional success. It encourages you to see challenges as opportunities for learning and to constantly strive to improve your skills and knowledge. And in today's world, that's changing so rapidly, having a growth mindset is more important than ever. It's about embracing that lifelong journey of learning and developing, both personally and professionally.
I love that. And speaking of personal development, let's move on to the next category, personal health and well-being. This is something that's really important to me, and I think it's something that a lot of men tend to neglect. These prompts encourage you to prioritize taking care of yourself and creating healthy habits that nourish your body and your mind.
You're absolutely right. It's easy to get caught up in all the hustle and bustle of life and forget to take care of ourselves. But neglecting our well-being can have serious consequences for our physical and mental and emotional health. These prompts are a good reminder to make self-care a non-negotiable part of our lives.
And it doesn't have to be complicated either. One prompt that stood out to me was, what's one healthy habit you'd like to build into your routine? It could be something as simple as drinking more water, getting enough sleep, or taking a daily walk. The key is to start small and be consistent.
I agree. Small changes, when you do them consistently, can have a huge impact on your overall health and well-being. I think what's nice about this prompt is it encourages you to think about specific areas where you can improve and personalize your approach to health and well-being. It's about finding what works for you and making it a part of your everyday life.
Another prompt that I liked was, what's one activity that helps you relax and de-stress? This is something I've been thinking a lot about lately. We live in a world that's constantly demanding our attention. It's so easy to get overwhelmed and stressed out. So finding healthy coping mechanisms is crucial for our mental and emotional health.
You're so right. Stress is just a part of life, but it's how we manage it that makes all the difference. This prompt encourages us to be mindful of those activities that bring us peace and balance, and to actually make time for them. It could be anything from meditation to spending time in nature or listening to music. The key is to find what works for you and make it a regular thing.
It's like giving yourself permission to just take a break and recharge. I think a lot of men could really benefit from that. Now for our final category, finding purpose and fulfillment. These prompts are all about reflecting on what really matters in life, identifying your core values, and living a life that aligns with your deepest aspirations.
This category really gets to the heart of what it means to live a meaningful life. It's about moving beyond the superficial and connecting with your purpose, your passions, the things that bring you joy.
One prompt that I found really thought-provoking asks, what are three things in life that bring you the most happiness?
Mm.
It's so simple.
But it can really make you stop and think. It's about getting clear on your values and priorities and making sure that your actions are aligned with them. And if you connect this to the bigger picture, it's about creating a life that's both meaningful and fulfilling.
I love that. And there's another prompt that I think is really powerful. What does a meaningful life look like to you?
Mm.
This really challenges you to define success on your own terms and create a life that reflects your unique definition of purpose.
It's about moving beyond societal expectations and external pressures and creating a life that's authentic and fulfilling for you. It's about defining what success means to you and then living your life in accordance with those values.
I think that's a great message to end on. But before we wrap up, I have to say I'm really impressed with these journal prompts. They're so well crafted and thought-provoking. I can see how they could be a valuable tool for anyone who is seeking self-discovery and growth. But especially for men, who might not be as comfortable expressing their emotions or reflecting on their inner world.
I couldn't agree more. Journaling can be such a powerful tool for self-reflection and setting goals and personal growth, and these prompts provide a fantastic framework for exploring all aspects of your life, from your relationships to your career to your health and well-being.
And the best part is, it doesn't have to be a chore. You can make it as simple or as elaborate as you like.
Yeah.
The important thing is to find a process that works for you and to stick with it. Even just a few minutes of journaling each day can make a big difference.
Definitely. It's not about writing perfectly or spending hours pouring your heart out. It's about taking some time for yourself to reflect and process your thoughts and emotions and connect with yourself.
So if you're looking for a way to enhance your self-awareness or boost your well-being and create a more meaningful and fulfilling life, I highly recommend giving these journal prompts a try. You might be surprised at what you discover about yourself. And before we let you go, we have one final thought for you inspired by the prompts that we've been discussing today.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Imagine, you could travel back in time And give your younger self one piece of advice, something that could have really helped them navigate all the challenges and triumphs of life. What would you say? And how do you think that advice would have changed the journey you've taken?
That's a really powerful question, and it ties in so well with everything we've talked about today.
Yeah. It encourages you to reflect on all the lessons you've learned and the wisdom that you've gained and the insights that you've uncovered through journaling and self-reflection.
It's like you're taking all those experiences and distilling them into a single message for your younger self.
Exactly. It's a way to honor your path and recognize how far you've come.
And it might even inspire you to keep growing and evolving, embrace new challenges, and live a life that's truly authentic and meaningful.
I love that. So keep that question in mind and see where it takes you. Who knows what you might discover about yourself in the journey that lies ahead. Until next time, happy diving.